Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Monday, 14th of November 2022. In today's Millwall news, we're going to start off with the Sky Bet Championship Team of the Week. And of course, there's no surprise that Zion Flemming with his hat-trick in that amazing 4-2 win away up at Preston North End on Saturday. He makes the team. But also, we have Charlie Cresswell in the team as well. And there it is there. Not only that, but in terms of the overall EFL Team of the Week, they both make that as well. But there's a formation change here. It's 3-4-3, whereas in the Championship Team of the Week it was a different formation. But there you go. Two best players in the whole of the Football League this weekend were Millwall players, Charlie Cresswell and Zion Flemming. So fantastic stuff from them. Now, moving on to, of course, the Loanwatch, which we do nearly every Monday. So Millwall Loanwatch, clean sheet on the road for Ryan Sandford. The Lions had just one loanee in action over the weekend. This is from southwarknews.co.uk. Millwall's Ryan Sandford helped Maidstone United pick up a 2-0 win away at Scunthorpe United on Saturday afternoon. The goalkeeper started in Lincolnshire as his side picked up all 3 points, earning his second clean sheet since returning to the National League club last month. Jack Barham and Rory Deacon both struck for the visitors in the final stages of the match to climb out of the relegation zone and up to 21st place. And Sandford was the only Millwall loanee in action over the weekend, with Alex Mitchell missing. St Johnstons were on 1-1 draw at home to Motherwell after picking up straight red cards against St Mirren. Joe Wright, Bath City weren't in action on Saturday, with the National League side South postponing their home match against Worthing as a result of Alex Fletcher's serious head injury against Dulwich Hamlet. The 23-year-old collided with an advertisement board and needed emergency neurosurgery. He remains in a critical condition in intensive care. Yes, Bath City's ground, which I believe is called Burton Park, they had the bright idea. I don't know how they've gone this far without it causing any issues, but one side of their pitch, I think it's one side of their pitch, is basically just breeze blocks, and they put the advertising hoardings on top of the breeze blocks, like literally a sign over it. It is literally a brick wall. The guy ran into a brick wall, and he smashed his head. And they've now postponed, I believe, a couple of their own matches because they obviously have to fix it. I'm surprised if this could be. It wouldn't surprise me if they get a massive lawsuit against them. This could be life changing for Bath City. What's gone on there? It could put them out of action, could put them out of business, could seriously affect their future. Yeah, incredible stuff there. What's going on there? But yeah, he's still in intensive care. He's had to have surgery. So you imagine brain surgery, fucking brain surgery. You're playing football and then the next day you're in hospital and you're having brain surgery. What is life, huh? C'est la vie. So we're going to look at the Loanwatch from millwfc.co.uk, which is similar but slightly different. So Ryan Sandford was the only Millwall loanee in action this past weekend. The goalkeeper, however, did excel, giving a clean sheet in Maidstone United's fantastic 2-0 win at Glanford Park against Scunthorpe United in the Vanarama National League. Apparently, this is a bit of history as well, because I don't know if you're old enough to remember, Maidstone United folded. They were I think they were in the League 4 at the time. They went out of business. They were like Accrington Stanley back in the day, going out of business. The game, they actually printed programs for, I believe it was Maidstone United versus Scunthorpe United, and that fixture was never fulfilled because they went out of business before that game took place. So this is a real Scunthorpe United is kind of intertwined with Maidstone United in history. The victory broke a 12-game winless run for the Stones and saw them leapfrog their opponents in the league table in the process. So not only did that was a must-win game because they've now gone above Scunthorpe United and they are now out of the relegation zone, although it's a long way to go yet. Elsewhere, Alex Mitchell was absent for St Johnstone's 1-1 draw at home to Motherwell for his suspension after seeing red in midweek. I told you about this at the time. Callum Davidson's side drew 2-2 at St Mirren on Wednesday, the defender being shown a red card after VAR ruled a challenge from Mitchell to be worthy of a sending off. Absolute, yeah, VAR's doing amazing a job up in Scotland as it's doing in England. Don't know why they decided to do it, but I guess just copying English football when they could have had a unique selling point of not being as shit at the Premier League with this fucking delayed reaction to things happening on the pitch. But there you go. St John's are going to the World Cup break in 6th position in the Cinch Premiership. Yeah, that is very good for them. They were probably one of the 3 worst teams at the start of the season, arguably going into that Scottish Premiership season, and they are now 6th. So not bad for them, not bad. Although I believe they have been knocked out of the cup, so they can concentrate on the league. Joe Wright's Bath City, meanwhile, were not in action as Vanarama National League South Victoria Worthing was postponed in the wake of a serious head injury suffered to Alex Fletcher early on in the match against Dulwich Hamlet last week. The match was subsequently abandoned at 0-0, with the Twerton Park outfit releasing this statement in way of an update recently. Everyone at Millwall would like to send their best wishes to Alex at this difficult time, indeed. His parents have been putting out, I believe, 2 updates, because obviously, like, after the match, all everyone knows. It was one of those where you wonder, like, if they don't tell us he's okay, is he brown bread? Is that because it literally could have been that way? Very very serious situation here, and you would wonder as well as like the ground safety certificate. Millwall have had trouble with that as well, like the council and the police and Millwall form a little group that have to discuss whether Millwall's ground is fit and proper. And you saw the consequences for Millwall because the away fans kept standing up during games. They now have been housed in the lower tier with all the banners around them to stop them from invading the pitch and shit like that. But that's because they kept standing up in the upper tier. And obviously we had the Cardiff fan do a dive into the lower tier a couple of seasons ago, and I think there were some other people falling down the stairs. So that's come on Millwall. You could, even if you tell them to sit down, like, what can you do? You see, we have to rearrange how we do things for other people's stupidity, and that's how it goes. But you look at Bath City and they're in serious problems now. And how did they get a ground safety certificate for that? Not only that, but how's that going to impact other non-league clubs around the country in terms of their barriers that are around the things? If you've ever been to Dulwich Hamlet, they've got like metal fence things that's like kind of things you have on the side of the road, and that's got wooden advertising awards on the outside. Are we gonna have to have padded stuff around all non-league now? I don't know, but we shall see. Upcoming fixtures, obviously. League program is suspended for the World Cup, so Alex Mitchell probably going to have a nice little holiday. I don't know what he's doing now. Probably get in the sun, get away from Scotland. He's next in action. I don't know. I think he's only got. He may be suspended for that. I'm not too sure. But yeah, he did get a straight red card, but I think it wasn't violent conduct, so it should be just a one match ban. So yeah, he might be back for that game on the 17th of December. That's a long way off. But obviously non-league is carrying on, and we wait to see if any other Millwall players get loaned out for a month or so, because we haven't got a month off now. So we wait and see what goes on there. So next up for Ryan Sandford is Maidstone United versus Oldham Athletic. That's on Saturday, 3 p.m. kickoff. And for Joe Wright, because that's an away game, that should take place. The FA Trophy second round. Cup football in the non-league is always it's always worth going to. It's there's no draws. You've got to win the game. You know, it's very exciting, especially when it's teams from different tiers. And FA Trophy second round, Billericay, and that's also Saturday at 3 p.m. So there you go. And I believe I think it's tomorrow actually. Fisher, for some reason, I don't know how they figured this out. They've got 4 home games in a row now during this situation where we were Millwall not playing. So I don't know if that was coincidental or they did that on purpose. But tomorrow they've got a cup game at home against Bermondsey Town, who also play at that ground. So it's 2 teams who play at that ground playing each other. So that should be interesting. Now moving on to this. This might be of interest to you if you are a Millwall fan overseas who's watching this video. Millwall versus Bristol City selected for overseas broadcast. What does that mean? You've probably known by now. You will not be able to watch it. So if you are abroad, a Millwall fan, you have the absolute amazing ability, which we don't have in the UK, of buying match passes or buying a season ticket to watch Millwall games live when they happen, which we're not legally allowed to in this country, although there are talks that might be changed when the current deal ends. So maybe not next season, the season after, I believe. Yeah, so the Christmas game, 29th of December, is selected for overseas broadcast. So, this move will affect the ability to stream the match on Millwall TV. Passes unavailable in many locations. All details will be confirmed as soon as possible ahead of match day. The game's going to be on TV on satellite and cable where you live. So they want people to watch it on that, so you can't buy a match pass for it. And this is happening more and more. I think it's happened at least 2 times already. So if you bought a season ticket, it's one less game for you, so your value for money has gone down. But this is to be expected now. Since the formation change, we started scoring goals, we started winning games, we've even started winning away games. We are now up to 6. We're very exciting to watch. We have foreign players that foreign fans might want to watch. Zion Flemming and the Dutchman and Andreas Vogelsammer, the German. So, international broadcast, yeah, of course, they're going to want to watch Millwall now. Because Millwall, this is a sign. This is a good sign for Millwall, but it has negative consequences if you're a Millwall fan around the world. But it is what it is. Just imagine next season when we're in the Premier League, eh? How bad that's going to be. Moving games to fucking Saturday lunchtime, Sunday, all that shit. You'll have to choose between going to church or going Millwall. What a nightmare. And so we're going to finish today's video with this. Obviously the World Cup is upon us. Starts next Sunday. England play on Monday lunchtime against Iran. So here, this is it. Millwall are showing a game. It's the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar is upon us, with the tournament getting underway with Qatar versus Ecuador on Sunday the 20th of November. You can watch England games at the Den in the 1805 Club Lounge as they take on Iran, USA and Wales in the group stages for just £5 for adult and £3 for under 18s. You can back the boys in a company of fellow Millwall supporters. Your ticket price will include 1 drink, beer, wine or non-alcoholic, whilst a limited menu hot food will be available to purchase. Tickets for the following screenings will be needed to be purchased in advance. They will go off sale 2 hours prior to kickoff. So England versus Iran is on Monday at 1 PM. England USA is Friday at 7 PM. And Wales versus England is next Tuesday at 7 PM as well. Here, let me tell you, I believe that England are going to do absolutely fucking terrible. And why is that? Why would the players not do terrible? Because all everyone is talking about is how bad it is for gay people in Qatar. No fucking shit. Have you just realised that? it's not a great place for gay people in the entire Middle East. Did you not know that? So what? You just figured that shit out, and that's all everyone is doing is shitting on Qatar and shitting on the World Cup and being in Qatar. So why would the players care? Why would they try? Who gives a shit? Why would they want to win this? You would think they would want to be home as soon as possible. And I'm not, even if that's not what they're trying to do consciously, subconsciously they are. And not only that, but apparently most of the wives aren't going to go out there because it's so bloody expensive to just go out there and exist. Because everything's been jacked up in price. It's absolutely insane. And they thought, well, I'm not paying that. Like even like millionaire footballs have like balked at the prices. Like, what the fuck am I paying for? I'm not doing it. So everyone is on a downer on this World Cup. The fact that it's taking place in the season, all the things about they don't like gay people, like, yeah, everything. So I think, to be honest, I think England are probably going to lose to Iran, draw with USA, and lose to Wales. I think all of the European teams are going to be really really shit because of the weather, because of the heat. I believe the South Americans will reign supreme in this. Not only that, but Central Americans, I believe, my personal opinion, that Mexico are gonna do very well in this World Cup. Will they win it? Probably not. So they have to go through the same route as Argentina. But why not? I think Mexico are gonna do very well. Mexico's on the same latitude. Is it latitude or longitude? I think it's latitude, yeah, as Qatar. So they're used to this weather, pretty similar weather, although not only that, but they're higher up. They have more altitude in Mexico, it's higher up. So when they come back down to the desert in Qatar, I think they should do pretty well. And I'm gonna be I'm tipping up Mexico. Already had a little bet on them. The best they've ever done is get to the quarterfinals. They always get through the group stage, and then they end up just losing in the next round. But yeah, Qatar and probably the Middle Eastern teams ain't gonna do that badly, to be honest with you. It's pretty much they all go to Qatar and Dubai for fucking holidays and shit, get away from their own countries but stay within the culture, the Arab culture. It wouldn't surprise me we see the Middle Eastern and North African teams doing well. Would not surprise me one bit at all. And South America, I think it's Brazil's to lose, to be honest with you. They're taking 9 forwards, so we'll see how they get on. But if you want to watch England lose horribly, you can go and watch it at Millwall with other Millwall fans. So there you go. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.